and welcome to our Tuesday night live stream. Teacher's already here with me. I don't know if she's lurking around. I think she said she was doing the ironing and washing the floor and loads of other things and household chores. I think it was actually just checking her email. It's going to make
Nah,
this
I'm checking
stuff
my
up.
Facebook.
Facebook, email, electronic stuff. It's all new to me. Right, I've got to go and do this race, haven't I? Let me move that skill over that. There we go. I've not done this for a yet.
Yep.
Going to go pear-shaped on me. And I'm going to say good evening to everyone that's watching. Steve's already there. Cute and cuddly Epo. Come and get your Epos. They're not cute and cuddly. They're endangered. I thought they'd run out by now. I mean, it's a good opportunity that for picking up marks. Right, now, do I put my boots on and run around with my boots on first time, not having done this for a year? Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. What's the worst that can happen? I have to start again? It gives you one of those little skittery spiders.
I hate those spiders.
Yeah, it's just remembering that you've got to turn really early with these boots just to get around the corners. And cut them like that. And I swear I haven't done this for a year. I've literally only just logged on. Been fixing a car today. Cut that corner there, cut that corner there, start my turn about here. Hopefully he won't go sliding off. There we go. Keep going back. There we go. Do the same around here. This is the worst corner. This is one where you can really go off. Like that. If you're not careful. Slide it around this one. Cut that one. I think I've got enough of a head start on that little skittering spider. I actually run like that normally in the snow.
Yeah.
The only reason why I get anywhere is because I turn around to go home.
Cute.
Well, one step forward, two steps back is the only way to get anywhere. And slide over the line. There we go. I usually end up doing this in a snowman fight. You get halfway around and you get attacked. It's only ever happened to me once in all the time I've ever done it. I haven't seen it for about a year or two. So hopefully they've changed that. Right, let's turn those boots off. There we go. That's the race done. Yay! So you've got to do another 19 of those. Once we get those done, we can ship this year, which is another variant. Where is it? The wrong menu. Wrong one. Let's go that one there. So it's another variant of the Fikiri ship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Science
Science
seeding this
variant,
time
yep.
around.
Which means its flames are probably environmentally friendly, but not to humans. Only to Fikiri. So don't forget, in the second half of the stream later on, once we've finished messing around over here at Hercules Winter Wonderland, you can ask Teacher Kirby whatever question you like. So let me try and get Hatsy working. He's fallen asleep. Come on, Hatsy, wake up. It might be because I haven't got enough light in here. If I turn the lights out, I'm going to slam it going, it's too bright in here. He always does that. There we go. It's a bit lighter. Just take a while for him to recognise that I'm alive and well. Start moving my head around and he might pick it up eventually. He might not. Right, so what's going on? Cramperi after this cones of conduct. I think I'm going to do a cones of conduct 7 minutes away. So what weapons have I got for ground over here? So I think I pulled the caramel assault out of the bank there. I've also got the avalanche gun as well, so I'll use that. I've not bothered getting any of the knickknacks out, like any of the little Q's ornaments.
Yeah, Poe said he didn't want me to bother grinding them for him and all this year either.
No?
He just like, give me the ship, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't want the ornaments at all. Okay. Makes
Right.
my life easier.
I suppose it does. Give me a second. I'm just going to re-wake Hatsy up. Let me just switch him off for a minute. If I can find which button is Hatsy. That one there. No, that's his voice. There it is. One there. Alright, it gives me a chance to restart the software. I've made a few configurational changes to the computer. Once we get that rerunning, it should be good. Just takes him a few moments to pick up on the camera. He says, as it's not picking up. It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it? Radio says, I'm not going to work the way you're meant to be working. Right, well, he can see me, but the camera's just going, no, I am not going to pick you up tonight, so all we're going to do is we're going to sync the lips and that's it. And I think I've been sidelined by the Husky Union of the world or something. It's more likely what it is.
I mean, why would they be, why would they be upset with you?
No idea. No idea.
Weren't you telling me you were playing with a husky pup earlier today?
Yeah, I was. I was. And it's just decided it didn't want to work, and now it's decided it's going to work, and it's not working again. Ah, gotta love technology.
I think it's the electronics. They're just like, nope,
Yeah,
playing in the real world today. We're gonna.
probably been infected by something or other.
Oh no,
It
your
would
computer has COVID.
really. I hope not.
It just couldn't resist.
Didn't get it from me.
No, that would be shingles if it got it from you.
I'm more going to ask the question: how did it get it from me? Oh
I don't know.
yeah, there was that one time when. Oh, right, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Sounds like we may need to schedule an Ask Ed Anything.
Well, you know damn well the answer is going to be tuna fish, so
This is true.
there's no point in asking me anything at all. Right. So where was Hatsy? Hatsy's there because Hatsy's alive and well. He was until I clicked that to turn on, and then he stops. No, he's not. He's working again now. Very temperamental software. I'm going to have to have a look at upgrading that.
You were really breaking up there.
Was I?
Yep.
What about now?
Now you seem to be okay.
Yeah, I was moving the headset, so it's more than likely that. Right, so cones of conduct. That's what I was going to go and do. I've got to remember where it is. Gingerbread Village, which is all the way over this side. So let's head up this way. Right, here we go. There's so many people turned up to give me a hand. Probably none. I'll be over here all on my own some. Right, if you want to join me in chat, then in game, our chat channel is Temple Interfleet. Instructions will go across the top of the screen shortly on how to join that channel. You can get to Discord with www.temporalops.com/discord. And you can pop your questions into the chat here a little bit later on to talk to Kirby or to ask Kirby. And you can also drop them in Discord or in the Temple Interfleet channel. So, got a load of questions so far. They're all the same
A
question.
load of questions. They're all the same one, huh?
Yep.
Like, who is Kirby and why is she the best?
No. 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 Might be. Don't know. I'm saying nothing yet.
Yet.
Actually,
Well, as long as
is
the
this the
answer
right
is
one?
not tuna fish, I'm okay.
I'm hoping I'm in the right place. Codes of Conduct is the Gingerbread Village, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
I thought it was. Just want to make sure I come to the right place. It's been a while. Right, 14 seconds. Dum, 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 dum. Alright, as Brett logging on, make sure you report him. Do your Christmas duty. The more you report Brett, the more presents you get from Santa.
Ooh, reporting Brett, reporting Brett, reporting Brett.
Yep. Alright,
You know, I have had a string of good luck lately.
have you?
I have. We went and
Where's
did,
Gingerbread go?
when we went shopping the other day, we used the last of our Christmas gift money and bought some lottery tickets. And we bought two plays in a couple plays in the big multi-state lotteries, but we also bought some of those little scratchers, right?
Yeah.
So we spent $20 on the scratchers, scratched them off, got $65. I mean, not a lot, but more than what we put into it. So
Which is good. It's a start. Now, this is not going to work if I'm the only person over here doing this, which I think I am at the moment. I need more people to come over here and join me. There's one. Cool. Really should have brought over those little bits, shouldn't I? The auto fire's not working too well. Right. Ah, they froze me. Yay! There's a snow cone or some ice. Should get that as well. Come on, I'm freeze, I'm freeze, I'm freeze. It's having trouble targeting over here for some reason. Let's crush the ice now. Once I thaw out. Come on, Steve, come over here and join us. Let's run over and pick this one up. And then we get all of you. Right, that's all my ice. Let's pinch all of that quickly. Such a long wind up on the firing cycle of that. It's annoying. Come on, pick it up. Inventory's full. I'll get rid of the rest of those in a minute. No, I was too busy frozen. Of course I didn't see it.
What is it you didn't see now?
Well, that, obviously. She said, did you see that? And well, no.
Obvious.
Frozen. And don't break into song, Kirby.
Let it go, let it go.
Yeah, that's the one. Don't sing that.
can I sing Never Gonna Give You Up
Yes, you can do that.
in Klingon?
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, it would not.
Frozen! I'm trying to deliver ice.
No.
Frozen again! Yay!
Yay. Right, Frozen's not good.
No. There's only 3 of us here, 4 of us here.
Sorry, I'm running the race on my 3 accounts here.
That's right, it needs to be done.
Yep, as soon as I'm done, then I'll be able to join you.
So I'm just picking up all this ice. Each one of these little shots is like poking him with a pin. And then let's deposit this as well. Almost got him. Yay! Shaved ice, does it melt or can you save it for the next run?
What?
Oh, it's shaved ice, does it melt or can I save it for the next run?
I almost answered as if you were asking this about real life shaved ice. In which case,
No,
yes, it melts.
in the game.
No.
Well, obviously can't deposit it, so it should. But let's find out. Let's see if my pockets get wet. Right, what's next? Competitive race. I never do any good at that. I always end up being last. Right, where's the way out?
I know, right?
It's up here.
But you get Epo tags and you can trade the Epos in for marks, so. Even if you finish last, you get Epo tags.
Yeah,
So there's that.
there is that. There is that. There's very much that.
When is the race? In a minute.
Yeah, 1 minute.
And then there's another one right after.
Oh, I'm going to need my fishing gauntlet as well, I think. Let's get that one ready. Where did that go to? Right, let me just... try and remember where it is and what it looks like. It's been a while since I used it. Actually, it might even be in my inventory still. Let's have a look. Yeah, there it is. Klingon fishing gauntlet. Sure, at some point that'll be around. So you too can become a snowman if you want. All you got to do is get yourself a frigid lump of coal.
The frigid lumps of coal.
Yeah, we give away a consolation prize for those later in the year. Try on the frosted boots, and then you can ice skate on the lake. If only I could really ice skate like this, it'd be good. And ice skate on snow like that. Right.
Almost got myself turned around and was running back the other direction. This race. the fastest game on ice.
I've done that a couple of times. So this is where the race starts. Even though I haven't actually joined it, I'm still going to run around the course.
I'm gonna join the next race, so on one of Poe's characters because he needs marks. So
And because I didn't actually start the race, I can't collect anything. Yay! Boom! The only other time I won one of these was when I was in an instance on my own.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I probably haven't got time to go all the way back to the start, pick the race up, and then actually come around and redo it.
well, you got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, I know.
Which are you in?
Shall I do that?
Oh, which instance, man?
I'm not telling
And
you that. I might
are
actually
you
have a
in
chance
20
of
or
winning.
16? Or sorry, are you
Yes.
in?
Yes. I'm in
Are you
both
in
of them.
44 or 49?
Yes, both. All three of them. 5 of them.
Come on. assume you're in number 49. It's the only one I can get into anyway.
Yes, 49 is my
Yep.
current map. Time to change.
Hi.
I'm being
Hi.
stalked by Kirby.
Alright, where's that race begin?
Oh, I'm not telling you that. That way I'll do it on my own.
I already found it. Ha ha.
I'm going to let Kirby win. I'm going to be chivalrous.
You gonna let me win? It's like, I think I'll be okay, man. I can handle not winning.
Well, just let you know at this moment in time, if you are watching and you want to buy keys, there is a key sale on at the moment for 15%, and also the keyring bundle's back, I believe.
Yep.
Which is quite good.
Yes, there is.
So you get your ultimate upgrades.
20 keys and an ultimate tech upgrade.
Right.
That's
Let's wait for this to start. 38 seconds remaining on the last one. So in about 20 minutes, we're going to be switching the theme of this over to asking teachers some questions.
Yep.
So you
never know.
can either ask them yourself direct in the chat on Twitch or in game via. You can use Kirby's own channel, Kirby After Dark, or
Yep,
Temperature
that's
Fleet,
true.
or Discord, or Carrier Pigeon. Make sure you disinfect your pigeon first, though.
Yep.
How'd you pick up the race?
You gotta wait until it starts and then be in the area and it'll give you a little pop up.
Good.
So
I didn't see the pop up last time. That's probably why I
you
didn't
see
do it.
what's after this? Klingon
I
ice
know. I got
fish.
my gauntlet specially as well. Light guard, hello.
Evening.
Light guard,
Evening, Mr.
welcome
Light
to the stream.
guard.
Hello. People of the world.
Yes, people of the world, hello.
What you doing?
Join race. I'm joining the competitive race.
50
So
seconds
far,
and
I'm the only one
counting.
here.
No, I'm here as well.
Where?
Oh, I'm right by the.
Not in
Oh,
49.
yeah, I am.
Where? Where is you in the
I is jumping up and down by
race
the
area?
barrier.
Okay. You're not in the race area then.
I am. It's just
No,
waiting for
I'm at the
race.
start.
So am I. Instance 49. This could be a good sign. There's only 3 of us. Potentially, I can get third.
Yeah, we're in different instances.
Well, I haven't changed instance. I was in 49.
Because I'm up at the race start. I'm the only one here.
Yes, first place. Woo woo. Right, let me check what instance I am actually in, Kirby. Because it did tell me that I was in 49.
Yeah, I just got first place.
48.
I just got first. Yeah, I
I'm
thought so.
48. But anyway, I got first place. But anyway, yay! I feel happy. Jump my way all the way
Yay!
back to the middle. Oh, look, there is someone from House of Oreo here.
That would be Baron or
That'd
which
be
one? Baron
Baron.
or
Baron. Baron and... Is that Virage or Vistage or
Vaxro.
Vax?
Vaxro.
Unfortunately, folks, I am colourblind, and that shade of blue on that slightly green background makes it very difficult for me to read, no matter how close I get. So I have to select the character. That's it, Vaxro. Now I can see it.
48.
Right, so what's that given
Okay.
me? That has given me... I've still got all those of ice there. Right, let's go and have a look and see what we got new this year. So there might be some things that...
Where'd you go?
I'm over by the heart of the item vendor.
Holiday item vendor. Felix? No, that's not you. There you are. Somehow you're not.
Am I invisible?
You're not a friendless
I was.
on postcard. I don't know, but it's not listing you, so I'm
Well,
fixing the error.
yeah, always
I
was.
am modifying
That
the
what
error.
happened? I must have been hacked. Blaming the French. Right, anyway,
Did
so
you
that's
get the
what...
invite?
For what?
The
The ice
friend
fishing.
invite.
Yes, 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 I did.
Okay.
So there's Feckery
Yeah.
Vanity Shield. Yay! Very good trait. Very cold in space. Do recommend getting that.
Yes.
Sorry, skill. Not trait. What am I saying? Trait. Right, anyway,
Uh,
let's get over and get some ice fishing done. So let's switch over to my gauntlet. Wait, let's go do some ice skating. No! Back the other way, back the other way. Where's the lake gone? There it is. Oh,
ice
run into a pillar.
fisting. Ice fisting. Here we go.
Yeah, we've still got a competitive race going on here. No Klingon knife fisting going on over here yet. Sorry, fishing. Kirby's got me on it now.
What
Can I say?
You were lucky, Kirby, because I was going to put an advert in just before your section. It was going to be, no, that's what I call a Corona Christmas. And it was going to be loads of different Christmas hits from the UK being sung with references to the disease. I wasn't suggesting anything at all.
I gotta do the learning how to ice fish.
And that noise you can hear in the background is Kirby's problem with digestion. She's not denying it. Right, so I've got to go over here and pick up the mission first. Ah, oh, come on. It just disappeared on me.
Deposit the fishy.
Didn't pick the mission up. Stupid thing.
You don't have to do anything to pick the mission up.
Yeah, I know. I got the gauntlet on, but it's not coming up.
Did you do the learning to ice fish tutorial on that character?
Back last year, yeah.
Huh. Go over and talk
Alright,
to
it's fine.
the guy, see if it comes up.
It's fine. It just wasn't coming up on the controller. I have to use the keyboard. I have to have a look at the mapping on that later. Might be something to do with the bind file. I don't remember changing it from last year. Oh, that piddly small little fish. Where should we go to? Let's try this one here. Must remember that space bar.
Ah!
You've been eating, Kirby.
It's got me. I've been eating. Been eating. No, the big monstrous fish got me. Shrug it off.
Yeah, and I got a little tiddler.
Well, that's different. A cat being eaten by a fish.
I'm sure that's been done by Fred Quimby at some point. Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. That's what they call That's what they call catfish.
But these fish are getting smaller. I think we're overfishing. We need to come up with some sort of quota system.
Just be quiet and pound your fist through the ice.
I did.
Oh, it's eating my arm.
Right, let's go above that big fish. Let's see if I can catch him. No, caught the little one. I hate fishing anyway.
Another huge one. I love this. I love this Klingon ice fishing. Klingon ice fisting.
I mean, you know, just damn well that the Klingons would just throw in a stick of dynamite and let them all float to the surface and scoop them up. This is a warrior's way.
Tis the warriors.
Well, they challenge the fish to personal one-on-one combat with a bat'leth.
Yep, there you go.
Yay! I finally got eaten.
Hey! Help you out, but my arm's getting eaten.
That's right. Slowly got to ice skate there. Yay!
Tor's like, what's going on? I hear talk about being eaten and fishies.
So the cat comes over. Yeah, it makes sense.
Nah, the dog.
Oh.
The little one.
I always get that wrong
Cat's
as well.
like... Oh.
You never tell. I mean, they're the same size, aren't they? The cat's bigger.
No. Cat's bigger.
Yeah.
Does not keep Vitor from bullying him, though.
Oh, was that worth it?
Was what worth it?
That fish, I mean, it wouldn't even...
Yeah.
It's a mouthful.
I know, right?
There's no glory in that fish.
There is glory in all fisting.
Is that what you usually say at the BDSM club, Kirby?
First rule of BDSM club, we don't talk about BDSM club.
Can't say a lot, she's normally got a ball gag in her mouth.
You're assuming I'm the one that's submissive.
Well, it's
You're assuming I wasn't there last week when you were there and didn't see. That's why it's marked.
I think we're talking about a wrong club. Mine was the one for the Betazoid Deltans, Saurian. Can't think of where it begin with them. Anyway, let's dig for fish. Yay, little fish.
Woohoo! Where's the big giant gummy worm? Have we gathered enough fish yet?
Probably not. Perhaps we need just this one tiny little fish.
Fish harder.
That's what we needed, was that one tiny little fish. There it was, see? Told ya.
Alright, where's that pile of snowballs? I don't have anything to fight with on this character.
Oh, really, Kirby?
Yep, really. It's okay, I found snowballs. There you go.
Oh, it just knocked me out of the park. And again. I see Kirby was in front of me collecting snowballs.
No, actually, I just got bounced back in that general direction.
Ah.
I have a bunch of snowballs. I have like 38.
Right, if I change over that weapon actually to the caramel, it does more damage to him.
Woohoo!
What's that? What are you woohooing at?
We beat the big ice fishy.
Yeah,
Ice
now to do, we
gummy.
can do more fisting.
I wonder how much CBD was in that.
And then she sold to the fish.
That was a shameless plug for East Texas CBD products who are not sponsoring this stream at all.
Yeah.
Until Kirby puts them in the post to me.
Well, order them.
Yeah, that's not exactly sponsorship then, is it? It's me sponsoring you. Oh, that's bigger fish. Big fish. Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Come on. Oh yeah, I got to punch it. I forgot that.
Yeah, you gotta punch it out.
Yeah, slap that fish.
It's like the big monstrous one that eats you. It's okay if that one's, still conscious, but the one that eats your arm, nope, you gotta knock it out first.
Well, like this one that eats me, I can cope with that.
Yeah. How you just go right through me.
Yeah, why not? I throw him into the water. Yay! Excellent.
Yay!
No glitches there, is there?
No, none at all.
Let's just whack Kirby with a fish. She ran past me.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be so good. Next year, Cryptic, can we have fish fights where we have to slap each other with fish?
But Chonkleeds would always win. Subtle Monty Python reference for those that don't know.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Didn't get that one.
Spam, spam, spam.
The fish in the tank all saying good morning to each other.
Oh, fair enough. Think I've seen that one.
So at the start of the Mr. Creosote sketch, I believe.
Ah, fair enough.
Big honking hole. Little bitty fish.
And is that a message in Fleet Chat for me? T, how are you?
Don't know.
More than likely it is, because it says T. So it's got my toon name. Still breathing. That's the main thing.
Characters on it.
What I'm breathing, I'm not admitting to.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh. Pound that ice.
It's what's in Kirby's gummies without the gummy.
Mm. Actually, I think it's more what's not allowed in Kirby's gummies.
Depends which country you're in.
Yeah.
It's just been the right part of the world.
In my state.
Right, so after this little event here, going to be posing some questions to Kirby. You got some questions. There's several ways you can get them to us. So you can do it via the chat in Twitch, via Discord, via Temporary Fleet, or if you're in the fleet or the Armada, via those chat windows as well. Or as I said, carrier pigeon. Right, so once done this one, I'll take a quick break just to go get a drink, and then we'll come back and we'll have our chat with Kirby.
Yay!
It's not like we've been doing it for the last hour.
You haven't asked me any questions.
Well, I asked you how you were. That don't count though.
That doesn't.
Right, nearly done this one again.
It's those half melted snowballs I'm belting it with.
Yes,
Yep.
they're doing wonders, aren't they, Kirby?
Yes, they are.
Nothing like being sloshed in the face with a snowball. Right, time for the Cramperi now. Right, where do we have to go up here? That's it, run into the snowman, just jump over the top. He looks like he's been melted. Top half of him was missing. Right, let me just have a quick look at this remote control and see where things have gone to.
There.
It's better. No, it zoomed in, that's why everything looked like it was all in funny places. Right, let me just quickly going to go and make a quick drink, and then we'll come back and we shall start posing some questions to Teacher Kirby. So get your questions ready, and we shall catch you very, very shortly. Back soon.
Naughty, naughty, naughty.
And that's your welcome back, Kirby saying naughty, naughty, naughty. So that's how things are going to be going from now on.
That's
Ah,
why Kirby likes it.
Right, let's just respond to this PM. So it's waylaid. I don't know whether they're watching the stream or not. Right, so this is our little segment that we're calling Ask the Teacher.
yep.
So let's have some questions for Teacher Kirby. So if you want to ask some questions, temporary interfleet chat. You can do it in Twitch, in the chat channel there, or you can do it in the Discord channel. So plenty of places there that you can drop your messages into. So let's see if we got anything from. I was expecting Steve to put in some random question. So I'll start ball rolling, or the ball rolling. When did you start playing STO, Kirby?
Let's see. I was still living in Hawaii. It was about 2012. Yeah, it was about 2012 when I first started playing STO, and I got into it. My husband, Poe, he wanted to. Basically, he was looking for a way to combat wife aggro when he played his games, and so he thought the best way to do that was to get me involved in a game we could play together. And he knows how much I like Star Trek, and so he found this one. I went, yeah, okay, I'll try it out, and rest is history.
Was it a success? Did it decrease his amount of wife aggro?
Yeah.
Or did that just continue that Stowe was involved in it?
It surprisingly it did decrease his amount of wife aggro, so it worked.
So you're in Hawaii.
At least when he's playing with us. We were, yeah, at the time.
So a lot of people look at Hawaii and go, beautiful location. And I know now you're in Texas. And
Yep.
compared to the two, where would you rather be, and why?
I like Texas better. There's 4 seasons as opposed to just wet season and dry season. I've see that's the other thing too, is that I've never been one for like water sports or sports really of much of any kind. So most of what there is to do in Hawaii is go to the beach, surf. And that's just not stuff that I'm really into because of my disability. I'm just not able to do those kinds of things. But I find I have more to do here in Texas. So
Well, the fact that you don't do water sports has answered one of the questions that we've got a little bit later on, but I think the context is slightly different. Anyway, so started playing around 2012. You moved to Texas. Obviously you've mentioned your partner Poe. How long have you been married?
yes.
Or how long have you had him trapped for, I should say?
Married. Well, Poe and I, we've known each other since high school. You guys would call that secondary school, basically. Since 10th grade for us. So, yeah, we've known each other for quite a while. There was a good long stretch in there where we weren't dating and weren't talking, like 15 years. But we reconnected through classmates.com, and once we reconnected, that was it. We were together and dating and then living together and then eventually married.
Right, so we move on now. So you got
So
pets. You got pets.
I do.
She's got
I
several.
have 3 pets.
And why?
They're named
I was going to say because
Good.
we chat in Discord quite a bit, and I know that Kirby's got chihuahuas, and I jokingly say that they're not dogs. That if you can drop kick them over a fence, they're not a dog. So what made you choose Mexican rats with attitude? I know everyone out there wants to know why you bought
Well,
chihuahuas.
well, so originally when we moved here from Hawaii, we had a Chihuahua Fox Terrier mix named Oreo. And Oreo actually was purchased by my sister at the time we all lived together. And we ended up keeping him when we separated, when the family separated to our own individual groups. Um, when Oreo passed away, not too long after that, my caregiver had a dog that just had a litter of puppies, and it just so happened they were Chihuahuas. So
Right place, right
it
time.
was kind of a right place, right time, luck of the draw kind of deal.
I do actually remember Oreo when you first joined the server.
Yep.
I remember you sending pictures. So so
Yeah,
I think you're one of these people, you like your small dogs, don't you?
I do. I do.
Whereas me,
I like my small dogs. I don't have a problem with big dogs. It's just you know, it's just most of what I've had has been small dogs.
so you started playing
Either,
Stowe, and then you
yes.
took a step over to Texas with your life, and you turned things around because I know that you were a school teacher and you've had to give that up.
Yep.
What got you actually
Yep.
started in the streaming side of things? What was it that gave you that push and
I
the
was
video
asked
recording? Sorry.
to join. I was invited to join a podcast called The Show that was run by Odin Knight.
I remember it.
And yeah, and when I did that, when he invited me, we talked about it, and we talked about a segment I would do, which we dubbed Teacher's Corner, and it just kind of the idea was to have just a little thing that you know that may not be well known in the game by people that I could do a little tutorial on and even discussion on, and it just lended itself to making actual videos about whatever the topic was for that, whatever I chose to do for that week. And so that's how I got into it.
Right, so no
So it,
questions from
it
anyone
grew out.
yet. Like God, have you got any questions for Kirby that you've got any answers that you're looking for?
Uh, what made you decide to do a science build?
Curiosity. It looked cool. I wondered how they worked, so started doing it.
Well, Lursa Rampator survived. I'm guessing he didn't kill the cat. Or the rat. I'm just pooping the cat, isn't it? I always get them run the wrong way. Run it again.
Curiosity killed the cat. Satisfaction brought him back. That's sad. Anyway,
So, which has been
but
your...
no, it's
Sorry, go on.
so good.
After you.
I was gonna say no. With the science, it was just it was cool. I always I thought the space magic stuff was kind of neat, and that you could build an entire build around gravity wells and that kind of stuff was kind of cool. So I thought so. So I went and figured it out and got a lot of help and learned and yep.
I'm just clear out some marks in the background whilst we're doing this as well. sorting out, get some deal ready. So you also go to the conventions yearly with obviously with funds and certain worldwide pandemics allowing. What's been your most memorable
Yes.
experience being at one of these STL Las Vegases? I think I know what the
Oh,
answer's going
jeez,
to be
there's a
here.
I think we both
few.
know the answer to this one.
There
I
are
think JG might know the answer to this
there
one as
are a
well.
couple. Yeah, yeah, there are a couple, but I think the last convention I went to, I was dared by a friend to learn. Never gonna give you up in Klingon, and yes, a version of that does exist. And so I was dared to learn it, and then to go to the event, the real life event at the convention called Klingon Karaoke, and sing "Never Gonna Give You Up" in Klingon during Klingon Karaoke. And I went, challenge accepted. And so when I got to the convention, I actually went and talked to JG Hertzler because him and Robert O'Reilly, um, they choose, they draw the people and choose who gets to sing their songs. So I had to explain what I wanted to do and why and the whole bit. And he absolutely loved it, thought it was hilarious. Um, he got him and Robert O'Reilly to agree to dance behind me on stage since I actually couldn't get up on the stage. Wasn't wheelchair accessible, but so got them to agree to dance behind me, and he just had a great old time doing. He didn't know the song, so I actually had to pull up. I pulled up the parody, and there was this one dance move in there that he just thought was hilarious, and he kept doing it on the stage while I was singing. But yeah, that probably my most memorable one. So yes, I rickrolled the Star Trek convention in Klingon.
Awesome, awesome.
Yep.
All right. So what about outside of Star Trek Online? What ways does Kirby unwind? Is there any other activities that Kirby does besides grinding away as automated Kirbytron on stone? Do you
Besides
know
grinding.
she has actually been banned and accused of being a robot when she was physically in
I
game
have.
grinding.
Yep. Yep.
So
I
yeah, she
have
put
been
so much
accused.
effort into it. So yeah, outside of stone,
Yep.
what do you do to unwind? Apart from the pets, obviously,
Oh.
and the lack of water sports.
Yeah, the pets and the lack of water sports. Yep. Um, really, let's see. I like to do cross stitch,
Is that where you
which is
you repair things whilst angry?
So I guys, you said
no,
explode or something if you
it's
said.
basically you take colored thread and a special cloth. With they call it Ida cloth, AIDA,
Yeah.
and it's a grid, a cloth with holes in a
Yes.
grid formation,
Yeah.
and
I know what it is. I was just being
yeah,
facetious.
there's certain number of holes per inch, and anyway, and you basically use that and take a pattern, and you can then stitch a picture onto it, onto the cloth. And I've done a whole bunch. I actually have, or don't have it anymore. I used to have a program that would let me take any picture that I wanted and make a cross stitch pattern.
Oh, so basically just map it.
And yeah, and map it into, and it would give colors and the whole bit. And I actually used that. I made a, what was it, 18 by 24-inch cross stitch of the very first picture of my niece, which I ended up giving to her. I finished it just as she was old enough to understand what it was. I
Hey,
started it when she was born. and finished it just when she was about 3.5. She was old enough to know that's me.
So,
Um,
speaking of nephews and nieces, what's been one of the most
yes.
embarrassing stories involving nephews and nieces? And I think I know where that one's going to
There's oh yeah. Well, he doesn't know it's embarrassing, my nephew.
He will do in 10 years when he watches this YouTube
Uh,
video.
yeah, you know where it's going. Yeah, so I get my mail over at Grandma's house because just the way that we,
Oh,
the way
really?
things are
Never knew
set
that.
up, I get my mail at Grandma's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And certain somebody decided to send me a package,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't know. And so we're over at Grandma's, and I get this strange package. Said "Happy birthday." It's not my birthday. It's not Poe's birthday. So I hand it to Poe to open up, and he goes and opens it up, and out of this package drops penis-shaped confetti all over the table.
This is the moment
And
where I have to
right
look
about that
nonchalant.
time, yes, start whistling like, huh? What? Who, me?
There's a point where I
Uh-huh.
mute myself.
Yes. Because he's laughing too hard. Well, right at that time, so my aunt's there, my mother-in-law is there, my father-in-law is there, and grandma's there. Right as this falls out onto the table in front of everybody, my sister-in-law and my 10-year-old nephew, was it 10, 9, anyway, my young nephew pull up into the driveway. And they're like, "Oh, so and so's coming." They're telling Poe that my nephew's coming. He's like, "Holy crap!" And he's trying to get the confetti into the box, and yeah, it was just a
Ah,
little
dear.
embarrassing.
So anyway, you've obviously spent a lot of time in game, and
Yes.
you've done a lot of things. What has been the most memorable thing in game for you?
Oh goodness, there are so many things in game that I've done.
And what's the one thing that you could keep going back and doing over and over and over? What is it that you love doing in game?
Patrols.
Things like your ship really.
Basically just refine. I just love like refining my builds that next little bit and test them out, and then I do like playing the story episodes.
Yeah, see, for me, I like the social aspect of it
Yeah,
and the group that get together.
yeah,
That
that
side
too.
of it, I find that fun. But yeah, what's your favourite ship to fly? I suppose would be one question that people would ask. If you could have a
Oh,
ship that you could fly on every tune, which ship would it be? Yeah, that includes KDF as well. If you could migrate it across.
does it have to be just one? Because I mean, my
Obviously for different
favorite science
classes.
ship is yeah, my favorite science ship is definitely the Eternal. Um, I love that ship, but I have to say I really do like flying the scimitar for my big cruiser type of build. I just love that ship.
Cool. Now, a question about
It looks
your
cool.
grinding.
Good.
Stockings or suspenders?
Yes. Stockings, of course.
And obviously you're in Texas. What do you think about
Yes.
cold environments? So obviously it's winter wonderland. Would this be a sort of environment that we'd find you in? Would you be happy going somewhere nice and cold and snowy?
I would. Um, I prefer the cold. You can bundle up and get yourself warm. But yeah, I love like snowy environments.
So yeah, I think
I love the snow.
I'm a similar vein. You can only get down in the summer tours, so you literally your skin. Then after that, you're putting the air conditioner up on full and covering yourself in
Yeah.
water.
Are you normally arrested before that point anyway?
Well, it depends whether you're actually going out to do it with the intention of causing offence. There's an area in the UK you can get away
Yeah.
with that. Right, so we've got no one asking any questions anywhere.
Ah.
So I'm going to have to make something up here.
Well, alternative to your previous question would be, what do you think is the most beautiful ship in game? Not necessarily the one you prefer to fly, but the most beautiful looking ship.
I'm gonna have to go again with the scimitar. I love the look of that ship.
Mm, I can agree with you on that one, but as you know, I'm not a scimitar fan just because of the sheer volume of them when it came out.
Yeah.
It was everyone was flying a scimitar,
Yeah.
even everyone's
So
mother had one.
popular.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet or savoury?
Ah, savory.
What sort of savoury? Are you a hot spice like Jamaican jerk, Mexican hot chili?
Meaty.
Sorry,
Just
medium.
like meaty. I like meat.
So we've heard.
I like
Uh,
meat. That savory. Yeah.
what's your favourite food then? So if you was to go out and you were going out for a meal, what would you choose?
That does depend on where I'm going out for the meal, but
Well,
I'd have to say I
let's just
love
say it's a special event
bacon.
and bacon.
Yeah, that's like a common thing. I like to get bacon on whatever it is
But yeah, we would call bacon over
that I
here streaky bacon, and there's a slight difference to it. So our bacon's a little bit different to yours. Yeah, I
yeah,
can understand that though.
different. Yeah.
Right, so let's try and think of some other questions that we can think of. So have you ever travelled apart from obviously to travelling from Hawaii to Texas? You've been outside the US?
Yes, when I was young, somewhere around 9 or 10, my grandfather took us to Mexico on a day trip.
It
Went shopping.
sounds quite strange going on a day trip shopping to Mexico. It's sort of a bit like us when we used to do the booze cruise across to France to pick up cheap duty-free alcohol. So it's always that same sort of
Possibly. I
thing,
mean,
cheap tequila across the
yeah.
border.
Well, no. I mean, Grandpa lived in Arizona, in the Phoenix area, and so it's pretty close to the border. So it was not uncommon to to go down, and they had like these little swap meets kind of stuff at the time, and just go down and go to the outdoor market and buy some
So, well, being as we're on alcohol, what's your favourite drink?
stuff.
I bet it's going to be something like a
Chocolate martini,
chocolate martini, yeah.
chocolate martini.
Yes, I've been in TeamSpeak many a time with Kirby when she's been drunk on chocolate martinis, and she is hilarious.
Yeah.
We'll have to record it one night when she's not listening and get it up on YouTube.
I'm not listening.
Yes, it's one of the funniest things you'll hear. Kirby drunk on chocolate martini. So how did you discover chocolate martini? Well, was it a bar you went to, or just something that you
Outback
found out of a book?
Steakhouse. Outback Steakhouse had it.
Was that a chain?
It was on their menu. Yeah, Outback Steakhouse is a chain restaurant here.
And obviously, when you tried it, how many did you try on the first night? Was it one of those you went, "Oh, I'm having 50 of them," and Poe had to carry you home, or was it you had the
No,
one and
I
then
just
thought,
had one. I had the one. It was surprisingly strong. I did feel it. Um, but it was good. And so we asked them like what was in it, and so they told us, you know, they gave us a general idea of what was in it, and then we went to the liquor store and started
Excellent.
buying the three different types of chocolate liqueurs and vanilla vodka, and started making our own.
So, if you could move one feature from Hawaii to where you are now, what would you move and why?
Oh, I don't know. I can't think of anything I would move because I like the fact that the weather is cooler here. Um, for the most part, there's only one season, a couple months where it's warmer, but other than that, it's fine. The houses here are bigger. Everything here is cheaper. You know, so I honestly,
So
I
there's
don't
no
know.
no like
Maybe.
landmarks or parks or places you used to go to. You
No,
think,
I
you know
mean,
what,
there's
that'd be
really
handy if it
nothing
was
that I
closer.
miss like that. Yeah, there's really nothing that I miss like that.
All right, something completely off the
So,
cuff. You get woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you go outside, and there's lights in the sky, and it's not me. And they land in your back garden, and they ask you, why should we save your race? What are you going to tell them?
because I said so.
Yeah, right. So we'll try that one and we'll see if it works. Just in case we do have Jeff Goldblum stood by with an old 1980s MacBook. Oh dear.
I am a smart
So
ass.
actually, I know roughly where you are in the US,
Yeah.
and you're not too far from Stevensville. You look on a
Okay.
map in a straight line. You're in one of the paths of one of the test flight areas, where a lot of people have seen things in the sky. And the area where you are, there's been quite a few things spotted. Have you ever seen anything, just out of interest, that you couldn't explain?
I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't been lucky enough.
Maybe one day. So we also know that you've got a new business venture.
Yes. East Texas CBD.
What got you started on that?
So, a nerve condition called trigeminal neuralgia got me started on that. So the nerve condition, as you know, but not everybody does, causes extreme amounts of pain on the right side of my face.
Ouch.
And so the doctors give me to treat this a anti-seizure medication, and it helps. It keeps me from being curled up in the fetal position all day long, having nothing but electric shock pain. But it's not 100%, and the medication has a lot of side effects. And so one of the things that I'm always looking is for ways to naturally be able to take less of that medication, but still have little to no pain. And so CBD, as it turns out, is a big help. And um, so I started taking CBD and was able to. I've been able to severely cut down the amount of medication I need to take.
So that's
And
beneficial, very
yes,
much so.
hugely beneficial. I mean
I mean,
the
financial cost
medication.
alone.
Mm, hmm So the medication I think the biggest side effect with the medication is that I've always had cerebral palsy and disability, so I've always had some difficulty walking around and whatnot. But when I started, before I started taking the medication, I'd be able to, leisurely walk around the mall with no assistance all day long, without any real need for rest or much of anything, right? Literally overnight taking this medication, I went from being able to walk around, leisurely walk around a mall or whatever, to literally not being able to walk from my bed to the bathroom 5 feet away without help.
Was that a side effect, just
And
disorientation? And
yep, that was the side effect of the medication. I literally can't even stand more than 60 seconds while I'm on the stuff.
sorry, sources of fireworks for a fleet member I've just flown past.
So, ah,
So that obviously led then to making the CBD products.
yeah,
So can you see
yeah.
a nice future in this? I mean, is it somewhere that's you can see taking off?
I'm hoping so. It definitely seems to be, at least for the moment. So we're gonna keep putting stuff into it.
So, and I understand Kirby does ship
See
internationally, so
what-
I will, once I get some funds sorted, be making an order because I want to try these out. I've had some good reviews.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so let's ask some other questions now. Let's move on to things a little bit more light-hearted. Peanut butter or Jello or both?
What flavor Jello?
I don't know. Say your favourite. What's your favourite flavour? Grape, probably. What's your favourite flavour?
For Jello?
I've got no idea. What
Well,
flavours you
see, I
got?
can make cheesecake flavored Jello, so.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Because remember, I know how to make gelatin, and
Yeah.
I have these flavors, so I can make me cheesecake flavored Jello, or eggnog flavored Jello. Oof,
I'm not a fan of eggnog.
really?
No,
I don't love eggnog.
no, not a fan.
Well, more for me.
So, what's your favourite holiday?
Christmas.
Christmas. What is it about Christmas you like?
Yep, Christmas.
I've got a feeling this is going to DC me here. Just hover over that magic button.
I like just the way people come together, the general spirit, the spirit of giving. I like the decoration. Just what's not to like?
True, very true. So it looks like I am going to DC from Stowe at this point. Typical, I was just going to go in and pick up those harvest materials on the ground. It always does that. Yeah, there it goes. Let's quickly launch back in. Alright, pop
My
the password in.
cat, my cat Takuvma, is sitting here trying to get a cough drop wrapper.
Oh, yes, you told us last night why your cat likes cough drop wrappers.
Yes. I don't know why. Well, he likes to play with them. He treats them like a toy.
I wonder whose fault that is for
You
setting him
get the
off.
cough drop. I just take the cough drop and take the wrapper and ball it up, and then usually I throw it away. But he looks at it like so I put it on my keyboard, and he bats at it, and it flies somewhere, and I flies off somewhere in one direction or another, and I grab it, put it back, and he bats at it again.
Baddie cat. Sounds a bit like Kirby.
So yep.
Alright, still no questions for anyone yet. So, I think we'll We've had, what, 40 minutes of asking Kirby some questions. Unless that guy's got any more
Can't just.
questions.
None that I can think of right now. No.
Nothing that you're a burning desire to know.
Well, nothing that I can ask on
Let's
public
see.
forum.
Boxers, tartar sauce, and and jelly babies. I don't know what the questions were. No.
I've actually
Really?
got I've got questions that will answer those. So is she a briefs or boxers lady? What's her favourite
Box
topping for tuna?
tartar sauce.
Yeah. What's the favourite item for placing in a rectum? I mean, the answers are quite obvious, really, when you think about it.
I think it was just one big question. How do you make a stew? Probably a very odd stew, but you know.
It'd be very, very horrible. I don't know. It depends on the flavour of the gummies, really. The jelly babies. But are jelly babies the same over there as they are here?
Probably not.
Soft
I
and
don't know. I
gooey
don't.
and lovely and found in Doctor Who's pocket.
I don't know. Found a
Oh,
doctor.
that's it.
That's
Yeah,
what made me think.
that's one thing that I want to know, Kirby, because I've actually been in the position
Yeah.
of meeting two of the doctors from Doctor Who. If you could meet any of the doctors, which one would you want to meet and why? Because I know you're a Doctor Who fan.
My goodness. The 12th Doctor, because he was just the zaniest one I've seen.
I'm trying to remember the 12th. I am.
You're not the only one. I can't remember either.
Matt
Yes, I was going to say it's Matt
Smith.
Smith. Yes, I can
Yeah.
understand why you liked him. I quite like David Tennant, but I've always found myself that the latter series always relied too much Sonic Screwdriver every single time. It was too universal.
Yeah, well, the older ones
Yeah.
were much slower by comparison. It was if you know, 'cause I know I watched a few of the really old episodes, and they're much more. Well, the one they're basically one story spread over several episodes, and the new ones aren't normally. And they're just much more slow, methodical, working things out rather than basically run.
Yeah, and to be quite
Yeah.
honest, I mean all of Doctor Who's companions are based on the level of their scream. The number one slot is Romana 2, and number two is Romana. Number two is Romana 1. There's a special mention for Adric because he's the only one that actually made the viewers scream. So, yeah.
That's funny.
Who's your favourite companion? So, and would you actually like to be a companion yourself? Actually, no, you'd end up nicking the TARDIS, wouldn't you?
Assuming that I was able-bodied enough to be a companion, yeah, I actually would not mind being a companion.
Somehow don't think that'd be a problem for the Doctor.
I think we can repurpose Canine actually.
We've had Kirby's head fitted to it.
Yes, Master.
Oh God.
I shall be the Kirby carry crew for you, Master.
Yeah, I thought he
Um,
was busy holding a black hole in place last time I looked.
he was indeed.
Yes, it was.
So anyway, let's just say that you were a companion and the doctor was having a bit of a lay down. I don't know, he had one of his heads or something. I don't know, regenerating after a heavy night. And you had the keys for the TARDIS, so you could go anywhere in time. Where would you go and why?
Oh God. What's with these difficult questions? Let's see. I would go. Huh. Go back to the beginning of the universe because I want to see how it all started.
Ah,
Sort of
okay.
someone asked me that one. If you asked me, you know,
Yeah.
if you go back in time, where would you go to? I'd go back and try and solve some of the many mysteries in time that have happened, and things like go back to things like
Like JFK and go to the grassy
yeah,
knoll.
well,
Was there really?
exactly, yeah. That was honestly the first one that comes to mind. I didn't want to mention it because most people on here are probably going to be Americans thinking, oh, that's a bit gory. But yeah, go to there and say Roswell, find out what it really was, and all this sort of thing. Just go to all those mystery
There you
locations,
go. Yeah, that
so they've
too.
seen things.
Yeah.
Go to all
Yeah,
places people said they've
you
seen
find
things
out
and
it
done
was
things.
really you that was the Roswell.
Would you
Yeah.
would you alter any of the events though to actually see what happened, or would you just watch the event? I mean, sort of like going onto the bridge of the Titanic and placing a magnet somewhere near the compass so as the Titanic was slightly further south on its course.
Well, I'd say no to that one for good reason because I'm knowing you as you probably know the answer. You don't really know the reason for this, but you're aware that at the time the Titanic wasn't actually illegal when it came to the amount of safety equipment it had on it.
Yeah,
It was legal.
I know.
The ship's
Yeah.
actually far too minimal for that size ship, and if the Titanic hadn't hit that, those wouldn't have been revised anywhere near where they were. So it could have been a case of there'd be an even bigger ship in, say, 20, 30 years after that would have lost even more lives. So I'd say
Yeah, I
for
can
me,
understand. I can understand that.
it's more a case of we know how this one pans out. It's
Right.
leave it like it is.
It's going to give me
So
another DC, I bet you. Two in a
the
row.
the only things I'd risk say changing is if when someone disappeared for no apparent reason, and you find that I say I can't think of any really good reason now. If
I
say if someone died, but there was no other consequence to them dying other than the fact they disappeared, save them and take them somewhere else to live out their life. So it won't affect the past, but it also allows them to have a future. Say, Amelia Earhart being an example. I think actually no, they found her now, haven't they? Yeah, I think they found her. Never mind,
Okay.
ignore that one. I think there was. I think they she did go to a Japanese prison or something. I think I might have heard, think that was the latest. There may be another conspiracy theory. You never know. So many of them.
Alright, let's see if it's
Yeah,
going to
there
DC
are.
if it jumps to 30. Let's have a look.
Find out what happened to Charles Lindbergh's baby.
Does anyone know? Has there been any? What theories are on that one?
I don't know.
Not clear on that one.
God, this has taken a long time to load into this mission.
What
Stows.
mission?
Well, just sphere of influence, so I can do some harvest materials on the ground, get them out of the way quickly.
Ah.
So, Kirby, if you could change one feature about yourself, what would it be?
I only get one?
Yeah, only one.
And does changing my disability count?
Yeah, I was going to say that would be the obvious one, wouldn't it?
Because that would be the obvious
It
one,
would be. It
but
would be the
yeah.
obvious one.
It
It's like,
might be more interesting to say other than the obvious.
basically that means I'd have to choose between getting rid of the trigeminal neuralgia or getting rid of the cerebral palsy. Because it would be one of those two.
Okay.
And I'm not quite sure which one it would be.
I was thinking more like I didn't like my nose or my ears are too high.
Are you kidding? If I have a chance to change something, it's gonna be getting rid of one of those conditions.
Yeah, I can
It's just
understand that.
hands down. Yeah. There's no yeah, no contest there. It's gonna be one of those two.
All
It would
right.
probably be the cerebral palsy.
All right, we're slowly going through. Oh, it's harvest material space, not ground, you idiot. Listen here carefully, people. That's the sound of a head being slapped with a palm. Yes, that was Ed's head that was got slapped. Right, let's go to the Phoeban system instead. Where is it? It's down here somewhere. There it is. You just jump straight in and go off to the right and pick up the materials there. Do that a couple of times. Oh dear. Right, let's see if we've got any more questions for Kirby. If you've got any questions for Kirby, just drop them into the chat box and I shall ask them of her. You can also drop them into Discord if you're in our Discord channel, or you can drop them into Temple Fleet if you're in Interfleet channel, Fleet Chat, or the Armada chat. So plenty of opportunity. Or carrier pigeon. We haven't had any carrier pigeons. I haven't heard any thuds against the window yet, but I haven't exactly been listening for them, so they might have happened. Right, so, well, we got 12 minutes that we can occupy with making up some random questions for Kirby.
Random questions for Kirby.
So, Pierre from Paris wants to know, have you ever done anything strange with cheese?
No, I don't think so.
There was no Pierre from
Okay.
Paris.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay,
I
where
like cheese, though. Good.
Juan from Tijuaneta wants to know, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? Where would be the place that you would want to go and see?
Oh, like to see the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, like to see the Eiffel Tower. That would be my first choice.
Cool, can understand why, but the rest of Paris isn't that great from what I hear. It's
Don't know. Never been there.
yeah, I've heard horror stories that people in Paris can be quite rude, but once you get outside of the city centres in France, it's rather pleasant, beautiful people. And I mean, I've been to France myself, as you know. I jokingly go on about the French, but people that live out in the countryside, wonderful. Mainly I think because most of them are English. But anyway. Oh dear. Right. So Paris is the one place you'd like to go to. What about? I mean, most people have a bucket list. What's at the top of your bucket list besides the Eiffel Tower and probably pushing me off the top of it because I would arrange to meet you in France or something?
Skydiving.
What's the fascination with that then? Is it just
I
adrenaline
don't
rush?
know. Yeah, it's like I don't know why I've got a fascination with it. I'm just like, it's something I've always wanted to do.
Have you ever done
And
anything
Tor
similar?
agrees.
You ever tried anything like
No,
abseiling
the
or?
closest thing I've done would be a roller coaster. Um, would be roller coasters,
I mean,
but
we need to set up a GoFundMe to do this. What we need is we need a galaxy, a load of parachutes, Kirby, her scooter, one of those big mesh things that holds Kirby onto the scooter and attaches to the parachute as she gets pushed out the back of a C5 over a battle zone. I'm sure we can set up a GoFundMe to make this happen.
oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be hilarious. But why over a battle zone?
Be an interesting view.
Why not?
True. Because I'd like to actually, like, I don't know, not get shot on the way down
We
or
could
after getting down.
we could make it into a Pope version of the so it's got bulletproof glass and everything. You know, like Pope Mobile. The Kirby
Oh, the
Mobile.
Pope Mobile. Okay. Kirby Mobile.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You could just call it the Kerbatron.
Yeah.
She's already called that.
Oh yeah.
It's the Mighty Morphin Power Kirby. Yes.
Mighty Morphin Power Kirby. Oh my goodness.
So obviously being in Hawaii, did you ever do anything like surfing?
No, I never did.
Any? I know you said
I
you didn't do water
never
sports or
went
anything like
surfing.
that, but I mean obviously being around water, it's still quite a focus thing. Or were you more inland?
I was more inland. I never really went to the beach. And when I did, it was like I barely wade into the,
We're gonna get it
into
on.
the water.
We're gonna get it on YouTube. So Kirby, do you want to say or wish everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in Hawaiian for us?
Mele kliki maka e haole maki hiki ho.
Bless you. That's what happens when you get COVID. If you can say that, then you're either having a seizure. I did try it once. I got quite close. It was off Google and it was all broken down
Yeah.
into phonetics. I think that was the closest that night, actually.
Yeah. It's the Ehewoli Makihiki Ho that gets people. Mele
Yes.
Kalikimaka is easy. Yeah.
Well,
That's the Merry Christmas.
might have something to do with a song by a certain person.
Yep. Yeah, it's like everybody knows Mele Kalikimaka, but the Happy New Year gets people for a loop. Run for a loop. So you go, Haoli Makihiki Ho, and they're like gazoon tight.
So just a couple of
Yeah.
other questions. How much time do you spend each week actually creating videos?
Um, it depends on what the topic of the video is. Usually they're pretty short topics or pretty, I try and break them down and make it a real simple topic. So I don't actually spend a whole lot of time. I'd say maybe 45 minutes for most, total.
Yeah, so I just see we got a new member in chat there. Let me just quickly have a look. Say hi.
I heard Bator choking sounded like. What are you doing?
Before choking.
Bator sounded like she was choking.
Oh. I just said hello to our new person in our Discord. So yeah, if you want to join us on Discord,
Yes, who is our
www.templeoperations.com/discord, or in game you can type a bit across the screen shortly. I can't bother going through it all and spelling Intrafleet. It's much easier to do it that way. Much easier. Right, so Christmas. Are you a turkey person or are you an alternative meat person? I know some people like their beef
I
at
like
Christmas, some like their
ham.
pork. Ham.
Ham.
A nice ham at Christmas.
I don't know. I've never really liked turkey all that much.
It is
I
overrated.
generally, I don't know, maybe it was preparation, but I've always found it to be a bit dry.
It is.
So, who usually wins the
And so I was
arguments in your house? If you're having an argument, I'm
me.
sorry, you. Who usually wins the Christmas
The
cracker?
general consensus in my house is that if we just started every conversation with the assumption that I am right, we would save so much time. So I'm the one that usually wins the arguments.
I need to adopt that
Um,
philosophy in my house.
and Christmas cracker? Question mark?
You don't have those?
No.
Christmas cracker is a tube
Oh.
with a small snap bang like explosion on a paper cord in the middle, and you pull it apart and it reveals a prize and usually some really bad joke.
Yeah, we don't have those.
Alright, so it's a European thing. Ah, okay. Alright, who wins the
Yep.
wishbone?
Um, whoever gets the bigger piece.
Yeah, who
Generally.
usually wins?
Usually, God, it's been so long since I've done one. When I was a kid, I usually won. When I was a kid, I usually won it, but yeah, I haven't done one in years.
Oh dear. Right, one final question. Sleep on the left side or the right side?
Left side
Left side. There you go. That's the final question for the night
of the bed.
of the planet.
Of the Poe.
The left side of the bed.
Yeah, takes up all of the space. The right side is the
No,
floor.
the dogs do that.
Yeah, they do have a
The
habit of
dogs
doing that,
take
don't
up all
they?
the space. I mean, they're little ones. Like Victoria is 5 pounds, and she'll take up like 3/4 of the bed.
I can remember telling, I had a
Usually.
German Shepherd that was 63 kilos and a small little narrow
Yeah.
single bed. And I get into bed and the German Shepherd be asleep on the floor. And I wake up in the morning and sleep on the floor with the German Shepherd in the bed. Many
Yep.
a time. I get pushed out of bed at night. But anyway, let's call it a night on that, Kirby. We'll end the stream just there and say thank you very
Okay.
much. And I'm sure plenty of people will pose more questions in the chat afterwards on YouTube and on Twitch. And we can always come back to those at a later time and date and ask those. So
Yes.
it gives you another outlet. And thanks for watching, and we shall catch you again soon. Well, next week. Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.